Hello and welcome back to my channel. In the last video I promised that in this video we would install and get to know TWIG. So let's not waste any time and let's get started now. Yeah, first things first. So we are at this point where the application is up and running here with our Hello World example with this pretty simple controller we have created here. And we can see that we have only a response here, but this response was made with the model view controller pattern. And in this model view controller pattern, we have to know that we can exchange this kind of view here. Yeah. And the goal is now in this video that we exchange it with the TWIG-Template-Engine. But the first question maybe for you is, what is a template engine? And the template engine, pretty simple spoken, is a technique to bring the logic of the template outside from our PHP logic. Okay, so if we install TWIG right now, we will see that we have another folder here inside our app folder. And inside this folder, it will be called templates. There's a base HTML.twig file, and this is the entry point for all of our other files. Now I have it. And I am on my container here, on my Apache PHP container first, and we can do this with composer require TWIG. And you can also see that this is done via the Flex extension here, yeah, with the Symfony Flex extension here. So keep this in mind that we have, maybe not really a wrong, but an unknown command here with this composer require only TWIG. Yeah, if you have a full composer require command, you have first the vendor and then the package. And with the help of Symfony Flex, you can use this kind of alias to only write TWIG. Okay, so now we have TWIG up and installed, and we can see here this templates folder appears here, and also the base HTML.twig file. And we have also got a new YAML, a configuration YAML here for TWIG. And you can see inside that you only have this file name pattern here, where we say Symfony how you can find, how it can find the files. And these are all files which are have suffix with .twig. Okay, so as I said before, we have this base HTML twig file here, and this is the entry point for our files. Not really the entry point, so we have some kind of inheritance also in our TWIG-Template-Engine, and not only in the TWIG-Template-Engine, so that's the idea of the template engine. And for all of them, that we have some kind of skeleton here for our application. So we have the doc type HTML, the HTML tag here. So you can see it's marked that is the lang attribute is missing. So we can fill it in here. We have our head section, our body section, and you can also see that you have some special syntax here which is not valid HTML syntax. Yeah, and you have this curly braces and percent sign here with the block keyword and then the name of the block. So here in this first example, we have this block title, and you can see a default value here. And if you inherit this template, you get this content inside the block title. If you don't have a block title in your template which inherit this ones. Okay, so maybe it's a little bit easier to understand if we change our first view to this kind of templating. So we don't use this base HTML.twig file directly, okay? So we have a own file for each root action or root method here. And I would recommend a naming convention here for all the templates. So we are in the home controller of the app namespace and we are in the index action. So you can see also here the naming convention for our root names. Yeah, app home index, app home controller index action. And we are creating a new directory here for the home controller, yeah, so that we have templates home, and inside this folder I will have a index.html.twig file. Okay, and with this file created, we can start to bring it into life with this curly brace and %. And if you have curly brace and %, it tells Twig that you have some kind of function, some kind of block, some kind of internal Twig functions that you want to execute. Okay, in this case, we want to inherit this base HTML.twig file, and we can start this with the extends keyword here, like in PHP. Okay, and we want extend the base.html.twig. Yeah, and the folder starts here with the templates folder. So that's in the root of the templates folder. So we only need base HTML.twig. And if we have this extends function here, we can only write our HTML inside the blocks. So it's not allowed to have something like hello world here. Yeah, I will change this thing here that we use, this view. So I go inside the controller, and here we have nothing. We have to extend the abstract controller from the Symfony bundle framework bundle. Okay, and with this extended, we can see here in the structure that we have so much more functionality here right now. And with this, we have also this render. Yeah, we have this render method from the abstract controller. And the first argument here is the path to the template we want to render. And this is, of course, our home/index.html.twig file. Okay, so now everything is right and we can reload the page, and we have a big error here. And I think it's perfect that the error messages are so easy to understand. Yeah, a template that extends another one cannot include content outside Twig blocks. Did you forget to put the content inside a block tag? Yeah, and that's what I have done. It's not inside a block tag, and we saw this block tags here. And for sure, our content should go into this block body. So now we can wrap some block body around our content, and we have to close this block with end block. And now if we reload the page, we have the hello world here. Okay, so it's nearly the same output as before, but now with the help of a template engine here. Okay, so the first view is ready and finished, but we don't have the model here. And we can see this. I have only here this one here. Yeah, I call it Hello World 2, and the goal is to have our model in this view so that we have a valid model view controller pattern. And this is possible with the second argument we can deliver inside the render method here. And this is an array. And we have here the key of the array is the name of the variable we can use inside the Twig. Okay. And here we have this kind of autofill with the intelligent PHP Storm IDE power, okay? And we bring the model, the key model with the value of model, so here it's Hello World, to our Twig, yeah? So with this in mind, we can copy this name here, model, and we can bring this here to the template with two curly braces, okay? So we have the curly brace % tag, we have the curly brace, also known as mustache braces, I'm not sure. And with this double curly braces, we can print in something inside our templates, okay? And we only have the third idea here. The third thing is the curly brace hashtag syntax, and here we can bring a command to our template, but this one is not rendered in the HTML. So this command is another command than this command, okay? We can see this command in the template. Oh, that's wrong. This command we can see in the template, this not, okay? So this three kind of tags here we have in Twig, and I think it's pretty easy to keep this in mind. Okay, so let's have a look if this is working, and you see we have our normal Hello World here. Yeah, so now we can see the advantages of this base HTML.twig file and the advantage of the inheritance of the templates. So we can also have some deeper inheritance. So we can also inherit this HTML.twig, for example, if we only want to change some little parts of our application. And this is also used in, or often used in big frameworks like Drupal or something else, where you have the possibility to bring plugins to life, and this plugins uses this kind of syntax, and this extends logic here to bring the individualization here to these templates. Okay, now this is working, and I want to show something else so that we have the advantages of the base HTML. So often we have something like navigation here. It's only a pretty small and easy example. We have maybe a link, an href here to the home page, yeah, home, and another one to our, yeah, I'm not sure how this example will be in the next video, so maybe the user list or something else. Is this valid English? I don't think so. User list, yeah, user list. So, and here we have also some possibility to bring this into life with some built-in Twig functions. And here you can see the homepage of the TWIG-Template-Engine, and you have the docs here. And we are on version 3, that's right. And we have some Twig reference here. And if you scroll down, you have also a Twig reference for Symfony. So this is going to Symfony with the Twig Symfony bridge. And you have here some pretty cool functions like the path function, for example. And with the path function, you are able to build a complete path inside your templates. So let's bring an example to life. So we have this double curly brace syntax here because we want to print something inside the template, okay? So we have the path here, and the path is giving back a string with the full path. And here we have to fill out our name of the route, okay? So here you can see why it's so important to have some kind of convention here. So you can remember it here inside your template that you have, no, not this template, that you have the app home controller and then the index method, okay? And the second one was the contact, okay? Let us bring this into life here. We don't have the user list, we have the contact here, so that we can see that it's full usable. So that was app home contact. So let's try to reload the page. And it's working with our wonderful navigation here. And you can see we can switch between our home page and the contact page. And you can also see that we have not changed this contact page to our TWIG-Template-Engine. So I will cover also this. Let's create a new file with contact HTML twig. And also here we have extends our base.html twig, and we have our block body, and here we have the contact page, okay, and block. And the next step is to go inside the controller and bring this template here to life. Boom. Also a model here. We don't need this here. So I think you have, you saw the example here to bring some variables to the view, and we don't need it here anymore. So let's delete this, that we have a pretty small example here for another page. Contact html.twig, reloaded, and now you see we have here this advantages of the base template. Yeah, and if you see the base template here, you see this is a block of code. We can bring this into another template, and this is some kind of including templates, the functionality to include templates. And I have in every project here this includes folder and this root folder, yeah, inside the templates folder. And I have also the includes folder inside the controller folders here, yeah, so that I can bring the parts of a template inside the include files. So I make here a new file which is called _header, and the underscore tells you that this is some kind of partial you have to include, yeah. So you can see here that you don't have to load this template inside your controller, okay. And here, because you don't have any extents here in the top of the file, you can write the code right inside the file without using the blocks. Okay, so I paste it here, and now I can include this here also with the curly brace %, and then the include keyword, and also here include and header html.twig, and this should work, and it works. We have now bring the parts of our homepage to single files. Yeah, I think that's the most important things of TWIG, and we will cover some other techniques of TWIG in the upcoming videos. And also in the next video, I will cover the installation of the Symfony plugin. So you can see that we don't have any suggestions from our IDE here, no suggestions here. And we can change this to pretty cool suggestions here, and we will make this in the upcoming video. And I also want to cover the update from Symfony 6. We are now on Symfony 6 to Symfony 7. I also want to cover what's new in Symfony 7 and how is the versioning working in Symfony, and all the things and more we will have in the next video. And I hope also that it won't take as long this time. However, you can speed up the process if 10 people like my comment under this video. I will create the next video immediately. So that's a deal, I think. So until next time, bye bye.